feel that there's a moral to the story I'm about to tell you,
Okay.
but I'm not able to construct one. Maybe you can help me.
I'm doing my best.
All right. This story, as it happens, was a long time ago. I was of driving age, 16, 17. At the time, most of life consisted about getting high and playing video games.
Of course.
And, it was over this dude's house. There were a couple of us there. It befell upon me and the fact that I had a car that I would get to go to the convenience store and pick up, the smokes, the drinks, the snacks, and all that. And in return, they would lavish me with gifts. No. They gave me all their money, and I went to 7-Eleven. And when I was in there, I noticed there was a dude. What does Stephen Hawkins have? Does he have MS?
It's ALS, isn't it?
ALS?
It's a form, yeah.
But yeah, something where you require a motorized chair. And I remember getting all the stuff, seeing them buy, I don't know, the coffee or the newspapers or whatever, and I'm getting wrung out. And he's leaving. I walk out, and he's going down the ramp to the parking lot. And he just cuts it too close, and he topples over on his side. I was like, oh, shit. And me and a couple other people, we put our bags down, went over.
It's nice of you.
All right. Yeah, well, to humanity's credit, there were several people in the parking lot when it happened, and all of them assisted. So me and this other dude lift the dude up. To the best of our ability, we got him straightened up. The woman gathered up his stuff, put it on his lap. This gray van comes out of nowhere. Little tray comes down. I guess they're the keepers or whatever the term is. That doesn't sound right, but get him up on the ramp, and they're like, oh, he got away from us. Like, what do you mean he got away from you? Like, what the... So, all right, whatever. At least he's not out here on his own anymore because, that's rough. So they get him up. The van drives away, and me and the dude are like, that's pretty weird, yo. And I went to get my shit, my bags are gone. And I say to the one lady, I'm like, you wouldn't happen to have seen the bags that were here. She said, oh my God, I'm sorry. I thought they were his when I was gathering up all the stuff. I gave him all the bags. I didn't have any of the things that the dude sent me out for.
Well,
I know. So wait, I went back in, and with what money I had left, I kind of bought, like this giant generic soda and one pack of cigarettes and some popcorn. And it's just, the story was so weird that it just wasn't believable. And there was just that weird cloud throughout the rest of the day. Nay, week. I was like, man, that was just some weird shit, Skimbosh. You sure that really happened? Do you think I would come up with a better story? Like, what the hell? So I feel there's a moral of the story. I don't know.
I think there definitely is. And it's clearly, don't help people that you don't know.
I did take the one dude up to the store when the employee was there. I'm like, do you remember me coming back in and telling you about the guy in the motorized wheelchair that fell over, and that's why I was back in to buy even more stuff, and not that I was some huge fucking glutton? The first set of goods I bought, it's like 4 different sandwiches, two packs of cigarettes, couple sodas, snacks, Slim Jims, all this stuff. Then I come back in after 10 minutes. Yeah, here, I need a 2-liter bottle of generic soda and some popcorn and your cheapest cigarettes.
So, that's really annoying.
You're telling me?
So not only did you help him, you gave him free stuff. But fuck that. I'm right with you. So then the question is, if you see someone in trouble, since then, have you had that second of hesitation of, remember what happened last time?
Well, yeah,
or do you just run over there?
Tons of different things have happened since then. That was from when I was pretty young. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I would react in a more...
I would have been really annoyed at the woman. I would have been like, you got to pay for this stuff. Like, seriously.
I was annoyed, but there was no outward showing of it. I was just like, oh, I understand. Because what am I supposed to... How can you justify that to her that it's really her fault when she was just acting in good conscience.
Who just like starts picking everything up and giving it to someone?
Nice people do. It was just something that happened. It's a lose-lose situation. But my soul was enriched for helping some. Now, fuck that. I was ass out like $27. Fuck my soul at that moment. One of the easiest ways to break the ice with somebody is to talk about some current news. Current news is always a good thing. Now, you don't want to necessarily jump right into the political arena, or most current news, let's face it, deals with religion. Nah. You gotta give them something interesting. And on that note, I was curious, Owen, if you had any news for us.
I do feel as if I got some good ice-breaking news.
Okay.
Police hunt vile man who's asking female students if he can suck on their used tampons.
Sorry.
You're intrigued.
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
Sure. Well, police are on the hunt for a vile man who is reportedly harassing female students around Manchester, asking if he can suck on their used tampons. According to reports, the bearded man has been cycling around Manchester University shouting, "Excuse me, do you have a dirty tampon I can suck?"
Sorry, is "excuse me" in there? Is that part of his...
No, it's in there. Oh. It's in there. And wanna suck on your tampon? To a young woman. One female was told, "You know when you bleed on your period? I want to suck it and your tampon." The suspect is described as white, between the ages of 40 and 55, Phil, look out, with medium-length grey hair and wearing dark grey jumper with grey or dark trousers.
We'll see, I'm safe then. Medium-length grey hair. Grey hair, yes. Medium?
I don't know.
I don't think I can achieve medium anymore.
Yeah, and actually somebody in the comments, a gentleman by the name of David, says, clearly a sick individual, however, not unique. As I remember someone telling me that Chinese women, not sure if this practice continues, in brackets, used to dip their tampons inside the drinks of their boyfriends to make them fall in love with them.
Well, I wish David was a listener, because I think that
David looks like the description.
Have you cracked the case already?
I've done it. Incredible. So, again, look out. I don't know if he's going to be that dangerous. I mean, he's not forcing tampons out of women.
Does he think they carry them around on the streets?
Well, I mean, I guess...
Ooh, this is a bad day. Better bag it up and show Auntie Jen.
Wait, the saying goes that you never know unless you ask.
All right, well, if there are any female listeners, please comment on if you carry around your used tampons for any purpose. We'd love to hear from you. I'm sure it would make an excellent conversation topic. How about this? I have a penance for you.
Okay.
To help absolve you from your sins. It's a very simple would you rather question designed for polite company.
Oh man, I'm reliving the would you rather days.
It's something that you would use, I guess technically it is the ultimate icebreaker, and I would like to use it on you.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, okay. I have Owen's answer on this. I'm not going to tell you about it.
All right. Are we going to be judged?
Yeah. Owen and I will probably judge you on your answer one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
If that's all right. Yeah. Okay. Would you rather... Now, you're familiar with these scenarios. You don't get any,
No, it's as is. Yeah, no, as is. What about...
Exactly. Very good. Would you rather... watch your parents have sex every day for 20 years. The first thing that happens when you wake up, you have to watch your parents bang. Or you just have to join them once. You have to have a threesome with your parents and it'll all go away.
Well, Scam, if I'm going to be honest with you, my parents have been divorced, and it's really teared my family apart. So
Oh,
seeing them do that
bloody
would really
skimbosh.
warm my heart.
For 20 years? Are you willing to have your heart warmed that long?
No. I hate to say it, but
don't make that little noise beforehand. It won't be that bad. I hate to say it, but
yeah, I'd have to join them the one time.
Okay, so 20 years is way too much to watch anybody.
bang. 20 years.
Yeah. What did you think I said?
For all of time until they die.
20 years.
Is it an inconvenience to me, or do they live nearby? Do I have to?
You get magically transported each morning to watch them copulate.
Can I Skype it?
No, you are there in a chair. You experience all sights, sounds, and smells possible. Yeah.
Well, they're a little older, so I'm sure it's all under the blanket stuff.
Right. Okay.
Knowing them, so yeah, I guess I'd have to watch it.
Right. Not going to dip your wick in that tallow?
No. Because then, if I did it, everyone would have said, well, you didn't have to do it.
True. Never
or
thought
if
about
I just
that
watched
aspect.
it, they'd be like, that sucks that happened to you. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what this deal is that I've made.
20 years.
Yeah. And the deal is it's some evil genie. You rub the lamp. He granted you 2 wishes. You trusted him. And then he said, oh, sorry. Now there's an evil curse. This is your choice. I will watch and laugh.
Well, that's a small price to pay for guaranteeing my parents have a healthy relationship.
But what if it turns out that seeing your parents bang is like a new fetish for you?
Ugh. Sorry.
Well, that's a win-win.
See, well, it's a risk.
Yeah.
And you're willing to take that risk?
Well, it'd be much worse if I had sex with them and that turned out to be my fetish.
Checkmate.
Infinitely more worse.
What if you got your mom pregnant?
That's why I'm not doing it. And I think she's a little past that age.
Gotcha. Well, this genie isn't perfect, okay? I'm sorry.
Plus, I've got 2, I don't know what my wishes were. I'd like to think they were pretty good. So
you wasted them all on candy.
Well, I think I went for the opposite of Taylor here.
Really?
And purely for the fact that 20 years is a very long time, and it's a huge inconvenience. I don't see how you could commit yourself for that long.
His parents might not have sex as long as yours are reported to have. Okay, that's definitely a conversation stopper. Note to self.
Well, no, but the same question to you. What if you have sex with them once and you grow this insatiable lust for your parents?
Well, then I'll deal with it every... I've got a system.
Yeah,
it's
it
just
won't be
basically
forced.
store it in the wank bank and then masturbate over it later. And that way you don't act upon your urges.
All right. Well, I hate to figure out what else you have suppressed with that technique. But I'm sure your parents will love to know that that's what you would do if faced with this scenario. I myself will never answer the question.
Boo!
I know. I have that luxury.
Well, he's got to remain impartial.
Yes. To your...
Bullshit.
Well, no, because to parent fuckers and non-parent fuckers alike, I want everyone to feel welcome. I don't think
I
that's...
think you would.
As a non-parent fucker, I like that.
Yeah, no, and
Well,
of course the parent fucker is going to accuse me of fucking my parents, you parent
Well, exactly, as a parent fucker. It takes one to know one. All right, and Phil, you got the look.
I fit the
That's all I'm
parent
saying.
fucker profile. You know, I had a little propensity for calling psychics and trying to weasel some free psychic readings by saying...
In fact, I was on call for a few of them, if I remember.
Yeah, and none of them ever really worked too well, but my goal was to get free psychic readings by saying I was going to have a party, and I wanted to have the psychic there, and that it would pay them loads of money. If they just give me a little taste, then I could hire them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this is an early attempt at that. The woman sounds like death herself. She says she has a cold. I think she's just dead already. So we might have to.
She's the spirit. She's good at her job.
When you hear again, you might remember this clip, but it's.
Is this Psychics Extraordinaire?
Yes.
Yeah, I was looking to find someone or a group of people to do reading or something for a party in the beginning of November.
Okay, what's your name?
My name's Philip with 2 L's.
Hi, Philip. This is Vivian.
Hi, Vivian.
Sorry about my...
She sounds like this throughout the whole call.
She sounds really cold.
Yeah, it's just poor Vivian.
Like, put a blanket around poor Vivian.
You can hear her all right?
Yeah, just fine.
voice. I've got a touch of laryngitis.
Oh, okay. I guess I was curious about the pricing and what that includes.
It's $140 per hour. We have a 2-hour minimum. That includes numerology, palmistry, tarot cards, tea leaf reading, crystal ball reading.
What's that?
I shouldn't laugh at poor Vivian, but...
You can choose any 2 of them. If people are nervous about getting their cards read, they can have handwriting analysis. All the people who work for me, Philip, are real psychics.
Philip.
They're not entertainers. But at parties like this, they keep the readings fun, light, and upbeat. We do not dwell on anything scary or negative.
Okay. All right, that sounds good, right? Not going to dwell on anything scary or negative.
But I think if you're going to go to these people, you kind of want to know the grim details, It's just like...
Well, yes, that's what I pursued here.
What happens if one of your psychics sees something scary or negative?
Oh, we don't talk about that.
Well, I mean, say you know, one of my guests was getting divorced or murdered in the future, and...
No, we don't talk about death.
Even if their death is imminent? I mean, that seems kind of bad. Could you let me know, if something bad was in there?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but...
She gets upset with me. I think she thinks I'm with some sort of anti-psychic group and not just some freak.
On the positive things in a person's life, not the negative. You know what, Philip? I suggest you use someone else who talks about death and murder and dismemberment and stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
I
so
don't
grim.
want to talk about gruesome things. I was just curious as far as,
Are you calling because you're having a party, or do you work for soothsayers?
Yeah, a soothsayer. Do I work for a soothsayer?
Do I work for who? No, I'm having a party in New Hope.
Well, for instance, if it was me doing the party, and I've been reading my entire life, I would give you a warning. I would say, don't take that plane trip, or don't go to New York on the 7th of January.
Well, what's happening then?
No, those are the kinds of things I would say. If I saw something, I'd give you warnings.
Okay, yeah, that was my only concern. I wanted things to be light and fluffy, not marred by people's potential, bad fortune in the future.
Where did you get our name?
I was just looking online. I put in my zip code and psychics, and you're one of the first 3 hits.
I popped up, and I'm Australian.
I never would have guessed
I have
that.
a couple of people who work for me who have accents, so sometimes get lost in mystery.
I'm sorry. That's a terrible accent, Vivian. I know you have
You think she's putting it on?
Does that sound like an Australian accent to you? I know she has laryngitis, but it's not an accent. Is that death's door accent? I don't understand.
I think you're just being a bit too harsh and proud, Vivian.
Maybe. She's just trying to earn $1 or a few bucks.
Right, I could see where that would have a little extra flair.
When's your birthday, Philip?
Ooh, oh no. Oh, I'm going to have to blur that out. I
Yes.
told her my actual
Tell his
birthday.
knees, 'cause you're a Sag, and Sagittarians have problems from their hips to their feet. It's just your weakness, Philip. That's all.
My weakness is between my hips and my knees.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't sound good at all.
Why? Is she taking a shot at me, or is that a serious thing? Again, I'd like to point out,
Something's come out.
Vivian, she's zinging me. She knows what's up. Maybe she's really psychic, and this is how she's digging at me.
Oh, she knows she got... Well,
Weak cock. Oh, Vivian, you silly psychic. All right.
That's what Sagittarians have issues with. If you decide to use our services, Philip, I'll send you a contract.
Oh, okay. And is there any way, say if I wanted to zing somebody, that I could maybe pay extra money to give a false reading?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How much does that cost?
That's part of it. It's part of it.
Okay.
See, there you go. That's all part of the package. $140 an hour, 2-hour minimum. She'll just say whatever. She didn't bat an eye verbally.
Well, I don't know. She seemed pretty spot on about your weak cock.
She's proved herself in your eyes, has she?
Man, she's up there. She's a deity.
I feel like there should be a moral to this as well. Don't fuck with Vivian. Do you think I should blur out where she said she was from?
No.
Yeah. I mean, this is ages. This is she's probably dead. Sorry, Vivian. I'm not wishing it upon you. Just based off the way you sounded, I'm sorry to say that.
It does sound like she's on her doorstep. Poor Vivian.
I have an Australian accent.
Good day, mate.
You have a very weak crotch.
A woman, described only as robust, in Darmstadt, Germany, fled with the equivalent of about $125 from a pharmacy in October and is still at large. According to the police report, she swiped money from 2 cash registers by twice lifting her shirt and squirting breast milk at a clerk
Oh, no.
as a diversion.
No.
I'd just like to add a sound effect to that, not an actual sound. I'm going to make one now. Just imagine that. Oh, squirting into your eyes. Give me the cash. She probably didn't sound like that.
What the fuck? So, I know women, they can retain breast milk after pregnancy just by stimulating the nipple. I've actually heard that
And
men...
how do you know this information?
Well, I've heard that men can also lactate if their nipple gets stimulated for years.
That's
so
a
was
long
this woman
time.
pregnant, or did she have her jugs ready to go?
The information that I have here, simply that she was described as robust. I can't get the image out of my head of some sort of rapid fire Looney Tunes style pumping action. And it's uncomfortable, so much so that I hope you have possibly another form of news or something that's visually distracting. Oh.
Well, let's put you in this situation here.
As the attacker?
Right. No, you're the cashier. I come strolling up to you.
Oh.
You have no idea.
Yes,
All
can I
right.
help you?
Yes, hi. I would like to just purchase this right here. You could just...
All right, yeah. Let me...
put the money in the bag!
Oh, Jesus, you're robust!
Well, here's a question.
How much is too much? No, what's your question?
Well, let's face it, all right?
No,
you've had
you
a
turn
child.
away from it. Never face it.
You've had a child, right? And
well,
I've spoken
my wife
to other
has.
people that have had, children, and I've always asked them the question because it's available at the time. But
Have I drank
Did
the
you-
milk?
Yeah. Did you ever, you know?
I've sampled it when she was pumping milk for bottles for me to give when she was in here. Yeah, I sipped a little. I didn't like chug it or put it in any cereal. It was sweet. It was sweet. I could see the allure. Yeah, it's good stuff.